Last time on Trails in the Sky, first chapter, we attended the dinner and found out that the Queen plans to abdicate in favor of Duke Dunan of all people. We also had a chat with Colonel Richards after the fact, and now we're going to go see Hilda to see if we can get in to see the Queen. Okay, the throne room is now off limits. Interesting. Ah, there you are. Been waiting for you. You're awfully late, aren't you? Sorry about that. We kinda got caught by Colonel Richard. Did you now? He had some things to tell us about our dad. I don't think he has any idea what we're up to, though. I see. Ah, yes, the letter of introduction did mention that you were Mr. Cassie's children. I can understand at least some of how Colonel Richard feels. Oh, do you know Dad too? He used to come here when he worked as General Morgan's aide-de-camp. I'm told that he was a school friend of the late Princess, Her Majesty's son. Late Prince? Princess Claudia's father. Yes, he was killed 15 years ago in a tragic shipwreck. Would that he was still alive today, none of this would be happening. Huh? But lamenting what might have been is a fool's errand. Evening is fast approaching, we must make our preparations at once. Come on in, Shay. Oh hey, aren't you... Shay, right? Yes, thank you for remembering. You look well, Estelle, Joshua. I've been told of your current predicament. You won't find a more dependable child. She's a great help to us whenever the princess is in the castle. Princess Claudia? That shouldn't pose a problem. Thank you. If you're ready, you should go change into your uniforms. The ribbons and the headpiece are tricky, so I'll adjust them for you. What? You mean? Estelle is going to dress as one of the maids in order to get into the royal keep. A little playing with the hair and you'll blend right in. Oh, I get it. Uniforms don't allow for much in the way of personalization. That should be ideal for sneaking in. Huh. Me in a maid's outfit. I've been wanting to try one on since we first met Lila. Cute, breezy, and easy to move in. Well, if our uniforms weren't easy to move in, they'd make the cleaning much more difficult. I thought so. Well, let's get this sucker on me. I'm so excited. I'm glad you're on high spirits, but you need to remember your manners in front of the Queen. You won't have me to lean on this time. Why not? You're changing too, aren't you? Pardon? I mean, he did play the princess during the play at the campus festival. Is there really that much of a difference between the fancy dress and the maid outfit? That's different. It was a play. I can't appear for Her Majesty in women's clothing. Oh, you'll be fine. It's not at all shameful or anything. Besides, you made such a gorgeous princess. Not this again. The jokes, will you? Hilda, Shay, help me out here. Say something. Anyone? I see. That shouldn't pose a problem. Shay, don't you have that extra hairpiece designed for the princess? Yes, it's never been used though. He has that full dark hair, so it should probably look good on him. Hey, hold on a second. Oh, it looks like a 3-to-1 vote. Majority rules. This way, please. We can use this as a changing room. Wait a minute. I don't remember ever agreeing to changing. The backwards walking animation. Alright. If I have to change, I can do it myself. Shaya, you're not planning using makeup too, are you? Kids these days. Oh my. Ta-da! Hehe, what do you think? I think it suits her very well. Such a bright, active maid in training. And I've only just coming to the castle too. You certainly have me convinced. And with the hair down like that, no one will be any the wiser. Perhaps you'd like to work at Grand Cell Castle for real when this is all settled? Well, we already work as bracers, so, anyway. Come on, Joshua, get out of here! No chance I can talk you out of this. None at all! You're just making this take longer! Fine. You're impossible sometimes. Wow, it's almost frightening how good that looks. Isn't it awesome? Looks better on him than it does on me, and I'm an actual girl. A bit of makeup can make all the difference in the world. Please, just say you're done. Well, I suppose so. I'll show you the way to the Royal Keep. You need to make certain you watch me and learn how a maid handles herself. Yes, ma'am. We're finally going to meet the Queen in person. Yes, this is our do or die moment. We just have to stay focused and get to the Royal Keep. It's hard to take you seriously in that outfit. Well, excuse me, Princess. This was your idea. I can't believe you got the nerve to pick on. Sorry, don't get all mad. I'll treat you to some ice cream later, okay? I'm not like you, I'm not obsessed with food. Hey, I'm not obsessed with food. They get along so well, don't they? Out of time, let's go to the Royal Keep. Yes, let's. Oh, I get to actually walk as her. There's currently an important meeting being held in the audience chamber. Oops, yeah, that's the wrong spot. I need to go out here. Hilda, what business do you have with Her Majesty at this hour? I'm bringing some tea and spoons at her request. The current situation that it means Her Majesty is denied the right to even go about her daily life as she wishes after all. Such harsh words. Who are these maids of you? I don't recognize them. His Grace ordered me to hire on some additional staff to help. They've only just arrived at the castle today. Really now? Hey, you're pretty cute. Thank you. House. Huh? I don't get the feeling we've met before. Crap. You stare so hard at every young lady you see. I do hope you're not thinking any untoward thoughts. I'd rather think that His Grace and the Colonel would disapprove. Hey, it's not like that. We're the elite of the Royal Army. We wouldn't do that. All's well then. Now, will you please allow us to pass? Pardon us, ladies. Please, go ahead. Ooh, that was intense. Thanks, Hilda. You're a real lifesaver. Yeah, that was really well done. I'm just glad I could help. Now then, are you planning to change your clothes before going to see Your Majesty? If you prefer, I can just show you the way now. I think I'm okay as is. Boy clothes. Now! Where are you hiding the boys' clothes? Oh, for the love of... Why are you always so self-conscious? What was wrong with what you had on? Not an issue of self-consciousness. By the way, Hilda, is this room what I think it is? Yes, it is Princess Cloudia's bedroom. But she rarely sleeps in the castle, so the room is all but unused. Ah, no kidding! I heard that the princess was tending to the queen. I guess that's just gossip then. You'd have to ask Her Majesty for the full details. Her room is on the second floor of the Royal Keep. I'll take you there. Quick. Need to take a drink to make sure that I can actually keep talking. I beg your pardon, Your Majesty. I brought the two I spoke of before. This is Joshua and Estelle. Thank you kindly. By all means, enter. As you wish. I'll wait for you here. You two go on in. Right. Pardon us. That was Almafier in disguise. Oh, I bid you welcome. My name is Alicia von Oslies. I am the 26th monarch of the nation of Liberl. Um, I'm Estelle Bright. I'm a junior bracer of Bracer Guild. And I'm Joshua Bright of the same affiliation. It is a great honor to meet you, Your Majesty. Estelle and Joshua, I've truly been looking forward to meeting you both. I regret that I cannot offer you proper hospitality, but I have prepared some tea. Please have some and relax. I see. So Professor Russell asked you to bring this information. A pitch-black orbment capable of negating all other orbital energies. And so the Colonel has acquired it? The Professor told us that you might have some idea of what he intends to do with it, Your Majesty. Can you tell us anything? I have but a vague idea. I did not think the Colonel even knew of it. Perhaps I am worrying about nothing, but even so. Excuse me, but what is this vague idea you have? I suppose there is no harm in telling you. Roughly 10 years ago, a massive orbital reaction was detected beneath Grancel. Professor Russell was the individual who came to investigate. Did this happen in the vicinity of the sewers? No, far deeper underground than that, in fact. Professor Russell was under the impression that it might be a relic of the ancients that still functioned. Wow! So it was a bona fide artifact then. Most artifacts I know of have lost their function, like the mechanisms on top of the towers. But every now and again you find one that still functions, like the Mare Downwards family heirloom. And something like that is beneath Grancel. So what does that tell us about the gospel? Maybe it could be used to halt the artifact's functions? Would it do that? Yes, however we were unable to establish the nature of the artifact, or indeed why it was buried beneath the city. It was beyond my imaginings how the Colonel could know of its existence. Professor Russell's research on it was kept strictly confidential and off the record. I see. In any event, it seems unlikely that trouble is on the way. Honestly, just as I started to think maybe the Colonel might be a slightly nicer guy than we were giving him credit for. When someone's trying to stir up some trouble, that's when us bracers come in. We won't let him get away with whatever evil scheme he's trying to pull off. I'd expect no less from Cassius's daughter. You're acquainted with our father, Your Majesty. He was a friend of my late son's and a great savior to the nation. Even after he retired from the army, he would sometimes undertake requests for me. Really? I didn't know that. I imagine there are a great many things about him that you do not know, including the precise role he played in the war 10 years ago. I assume you have not been told. Well, nothing super detailed. Perhaps then that's the role that I am meant to play. Estelle and Joshua, will you indulge me by listening to an old story? Oh, yes, absolutely. It is no indulgence, Your Majesty. 10 years ago in the spring, a tragedy occurred in the southern reaches of the Ebronian Empire. Its cause is yet unknown, so that's something I must admit. The Empire used that event as a pretext for their invasion of Liberl. So began the sad times that have become known as the 100 Days War. Just as the Empire made its declaration of war, a massive military force breached the Hacken Gate. In what seemed like scant moments, all of Liberl became occupied territory, save for Grancel. It is said that the invasion force was 3 times the size of the entire Royal Army. The reinforcements from Calvard were too late to stop their advance. It was but a matter of time before Grancel too would fall. But 2 months after the outbreak of hostilities, the war changed in a way none could ever imagine. Patrol airships had just been developed and were used to recapture Liberl's checkpoints, severing the Imperial Army's communications. The Royal Army then set about recapturing the major regions one by one, using ships launched from Lyston Fortress. Dice, Ruan, Bose, Roland. With their supply lines severed, the Ebronian forces occupying each region were swiftly crushed. And the one behind this plan for a counter-offensive was none other than one Colonel Cassius Bright. It was your father who was General Morgan's right-hand man at the time, as well as Colonel Richard's superior officer. Afterwards, with the intercession of the Bracer Guild and the Septian Church, the war was brought to an end. It was at this time that Cassius lost what he treasured most in all the world. Lena, your mother, Estelle. That clock tower was destroyed in the Imperial Army's vain attempt to hold back the counter-offensive. What followed, I am sure you know. Cassius was not even able to be by his wife's side in her final moments. No, I had no idea. And he believed that the military operation that he himself had planned effectively caused her death. Blaming himself, he left the military and took up the path of the Bracer. All to save the only one he had left. You. And this time he swore he would be able to protect those he loved. Dad, that idiot! It wasn't his fault that Mum died. How could he even think that? Estelle. Yes, you are correct. Given that all he lost was in service to his country, the responsibility for was upon me. And so, I'm sorry, Estelle. I failed to protect your mother. I have wished to apologize to you for a long time. But you don't need to apologize. You've protected the peace of this country ever since the war ended. The peace that Dad and all the other soldiers who defended LeBeau in the war fought so hard to protect. And the peace that Mum gave her life for so I could live in it. You have nothing to be sorry for. Estelle, you have a kind heart, and I am grateful. It gladdens my heart to have finally met you in person. Now, more than ever. Your Majesty. However, that is why I do not wish to put yourself in danger. I would like you to remove yourself from any dealings with this matter. What? But, Julia, I mean, Lieutenant Suarez asked us to help you. I thank you. I'm grateful for your willingness to do so. But if some tragedy were to befall you in Cassius's absence, I know of no apology that could ever suffice. I ask only that you go back to your home in Roland and wait for your father to return. But, if I may, Your Majesty, the peace that Dad restored and that you protect, though it was held firm, now trembles like a leaf in the breeze. Joshua, if the Colonel is able to use the gospel for whatever purpose he intends, and if he succeeds in making the Duke the new King of Labourle, then what will become of that peace? Ask only that you consider that. Your Majesty? Right when we became junior bracers, we inherited a whole lot of work from Dad. After the Sky Bandit incident, we got that letter in the package. And we've been running all around creation ever since. It feels like to us, our dad's been nudging us in the back this whole time. That's why I want to defend peace. So that everyone we've met and everyone we care about can go on living secure and happy lives. Just like you, and just like Mum and Dad. I'm doing this because it's what I believe is right, and I really want to see it through. Estelle, it seems she was right about you. Huh? I, too, am ready. I'd like for the two of you to carry my request to the Bracer Guild. Your Majesty! My liege, we will do whatever you ask. My request is for the Bracer Guild to rescue those being held captive by the Intelligence Division. Amongst them is my granddaughter, Claudia. Aha! So the princess is being held captive somewhere? Yes. This coup d'etat started when I backed her as a successor to the throne. In other words, Duke Dunam was out of the running. Yes, though he is my nephew, he is possessed of a considerable number of character flaws. In brief, where he is lacking, my granddaughter shines. For the sake of this nation's future, I would have my granddaughter succeed me. Well, I don't actually know her, but I personally lean towards the idea that your judgment should really be trusted here. No matter the era, there will always be those who object strongly to a woman wielding political power. Not to mention the memory of the invasion by a larger power is still relatively fresh. Some of them will perceive a succession of 2 consecutive queens to be a sign of weakness. It's hardly surprising that such a notion has taken root in the minds of some. Some including Colonel Richard, I presume. Quite right. Claudia's pending succession to the throne caught him quite unawares. That, along with his passing of this information to the Duke, is what led to this coup. This was all staged so LaBelle could become a strong military power, the Colonel ruling from the shadows. I see. That finally lets us see the whole picture. So if LaBelle became a militarized country, what would happen then? A great many things. Taxes would be levied to fill the war chest. Orbital weaponry would be developed with the express intent of causing havoc on a massive scale. A wide-ranging policy of conscription would be adopted. And no doubt contracting Jaeger corps would be made legal, which is not the case at present. Oh no! Indeed, the Colonel has made very adamant requests I enact such policies. I thought that such proposals were born out of genuine love for his country, but I never agreed that they were the right course of action to take. The Royal Army is not all that protects this land. We work hard to maintain treaties with other countries. Defending a nation goes hand in hand with free cultural exchange and trade with all other nations to the benefit of all. I feel the same way, Your Majesty. Yeah, makes sense to me. The Colonel, however, finds such notions to be womanly and foolishly idealistic, and so he demanded that I abdicate the throne in exchange for Claudia's safe return. Many people have had family members taken to ensure that they would not dare to oppose the Colonel. But I am the Queen, and I will not allow all that I love about my country to be destroyed simply because of blood ties. Still, she is my only granddaughter. I cannot simply allow her to die. Your Majesty, please try to relax. We hear and comply with your request. We will see to it that the princess is rescued from those who have imprisoned her. Thank you, both of you. With that reassurance, I will do all I can to oppose the Colonel's demands. Have you any other requests, Your Majesty? The gospel still has to be dealt with. I don't think we should just leave you here. I appreciate your sentiment, Estelle, but the present state of affairs is not contingent upon my freedom or imprisonment. The gospel shall continue to weigh heavily on my mind for a great many reasons. For my part, I will attempt to ascertain the Colonel's true intentions with it. Wow, what a totally awesome person. Super nice, but with a seriously strong will. I hope I'm even 1/10 that cool when I get old. Cool. You actually just call the Queen that. Still, she definitely has what it takes to govern the whole country. Yeah. I really want to stop this coup thingy and help her. That's definitely outside Bracer jurisdiction. Well, first things first, we do whatever we can. Right. You know, I'm still freaking out about what the Queen told us about Dad. I wonder if she's got any more tidbits she'd be willing to share. Estelle and Joshua, have you finished changing? Oh, yeah. Then we should return to the waiting room at once. It's already after 11 o'clock. Actually, it's almost midnight. Whoa, is it really that late? The Queen spoke with us for a long time. If we stay any longer, it's apt to make our guards suspicious. Are you going home for the day, Miss Hilda? Yes, I believe so. Just be sure not to do Her Majesty any further discourtesy. That's not fair. But please, relax, we pay tribute to the call. That's good to hear. Now I believe that we shall be on our way. Pardon me. By your leave. By the way, ladies, I don't think we ever got your names. May we ask them? Dorothy. That's a very modern name. Pardon my saying so, but it just doesn't sound right for you. Ain't that the truth? And how about you, miss? You may call me Karen. Karen, you say? That's a very pretty name. You're too kind, sir. I'm rather fond of it myself. Are you now? Oh, right. Where are the specials? My name is... I think that's just about enough. I sense an ulterior motive at work. No, I mean, at least not from us. Please, be safe on your way home. God, they are terrified of Hilda, and I love it. Well, aren't you Mr. Popularity? It was like their eyes all changed when you told them your name. Hey, it was not. They didn't see you shying away from joining in the conversation. Oh, but that doesn't mean I wasn't nervous. I kind of lost all my confidence there. What's all this about? Oh, Duke Dunan. It's the lady of the court. Hey, you maids. You don't look familiar. These are two of the new hires who I'm instructing. This is Dorothy, and that's Karen. They're still quite inexperienced, so I'm giving them some extra training time. Did he recognize us? Not good. Given how many times we've run into him, it'd be bizarre if he didn't recognize us. Come now, Philip, enough with the staring. It's quite unusual to see coming from you. Stiff upper lip and all. Please, pardon my rudeness. You look much like my niece. My eyes playing tricks on me, it seems. I'm dreadfully sorry for the discourtesy. Oh, it's no bother. Please, don't concern yourself. You know, now that I stop and look, I must say that you both are quite lovely. You with the brown hair, you have a very healthy, clean look to you. As for you, I personally think you'd look best with that raven hair of yours even longer. I'm honored. Ah, yes. Dorothy, was it not? You shall attend to me this evening. Your Grace. Ew, I don't want to serve him tea. That's not what he means. I don't think tea is what he wants served. Your Grace, your flirtations while flattering are best saved for another time and place. All the maids in the castle work directly in service to Her Majesty Queen Alicia. I trust you've not forgotten. I know. Some folks simply can't appreciate a joke. The castle will be mine in a week's time anyway. You can set aside time for some fun then. Your Grace, please, no more of this. I do not mind when you drink to excess, but you know how your libido gets in such instances. I say this knowing full well that I may be reprimanded for it. But I said I was just joking. Enough, I'm going to bed. As you wish, Your Grace. The room is right over there. Right? Whoa! Alright. Right, Dorothy. Just let me know if you have any problems. Anything at all. I'll give you the best advice the future king can give. Thank you very much. And you cute. Yes, good. Rose didn't try and cop a feel as we walked past. I apologize unreservedly for all the fuss. His Grace will likely remember nothing of this come the morning. Please set your minds at ease. I should certainly hope so. I am truly sorry. Madame and young missus, I beg your pardon, I must take my leave. Go slap him a bit. And not the way he wants. I feel so badly for him. He truly seems to bear the weight of the world on his shoulders. Oh, do you know Mr. Philip personally? Yes, ever since we were children. Though not nearly as well as he once did, thanks to the one he serves. I see. He sure seems like he's nervous all the time, doesn't he? I bet that everything between the Duke and the Colonel has him completely on edge. Probably, yeah. By the way, what was that you were saying earlier about me being the popular one? The Duke certainly seemed awfully fond of you. Please, I'd like to keep my food in my stomach, thank you. Oh, right, back to before. I feel like I'm missing something. Why would the Duke want tea so late? We'll tell you when you're older. Well, you see. Estelle, allow me to elucidate the matter of tea, and my gentleman should never request it in polite company. Huh? Come closer. Put a whisper something into Estelle's ear. Now do you understand? Yes. Hopeless. Completely hopeless. Thanks for everything, both of you. If if not for you, I don't know what we'd have done. Please, there was the least we could do in Her Majesty's service. I only ask that you complete the request she made of you. I feel the same way. I beg of you, do everything in your power to save the princess. Oh, are you one of her loyal retainers? Royal retainers? Yes, I regret that I rarely get the chance to serve her directly. She's so kind and open. She's always treated me more like a friend than a servant. The thought of her being held captive keeps me up at night. I understand. Well, you can rest easy now that we're on the job. We'll save her. Shall we be going? And back to the room. What, might I inquire, you two are doing at this late hour? Captain Amalthea. Good evening. I've realized that you've been invited here, but don't you think it's a bit late for you kids to be out walking around? Please, pardon us. We've simply never been in a castle like this, and we couldn't resist the urge to take a look around. Oh, that's certainly understandable. So where were you half an hour ago? Please enlighten me if only for my own edification. Administrative room. All the government officials in the administrative areas went home quite some time ago. Might I inquire what exactly you were doing there? Well... let's not waste time on games. Actually, I've received reports of you going in and out of the main quarters several times. Do you not think that it's a bit odd to be looking around in that particular place? What? You don't think that questioning someone like that when you already have the facts is a little cruel? I'll take that as a compliment. So, what business have you in the main quarters? I suggest you answer honestly. Well, we... Oh, Estelle, Joshua, you've been here the whole time? Zin. He's been drinking at the bar. Whoa, now that's the stuff. You're drunk. Oops, sorry. And hey, if it ain't my favorite gorgeous officer lady. Nice, something like that we met up again, eh? Suppose. So, what's going on? Are my students here causing any trouble? Students? No, it's just that they were in the maid quarters for a while. I merely want to know their business simply as a security precaution. Yeah, I totally get you. I just sent them off to find some munchies to go with my booze. Hey, Joshua, you kids find anything to eat? No, the cooks aren't back yet, I guess. We want to ask the maid if there was any way we could get our hands on something, but no luck. Oh well, I'll have to do without, I guess. Hey, I just had a great idea. You want to come and join me for a drink? I mean, hey, nothing goes with drinks like a beautiful lady. I'm afraid I'm busy, so I have to decline your generous offer. My apologies for the misunderstanding, but I advise you to return to your room and remain there for the rest of the night. I have to investigate any suspicious activity, you understand? Of course! It is late. We should probably just get to bed. Very good then. Now, if you'll excuse us. Ah, denied. Oh well, might as well just go back to the room. Right. We'll go with you. Looks like we managed to convince her, at least. What? Zin, aren't you drunk? I was acting drunk. I haven't had a single drop. No way, your face had even gone all red. He focused on making his blood circulate better, which made it look like he was intoxicated. You're done with some kind of Eastern martial arts breathing exercise, right? Huh, I'm surprised you're familiar with it. But hey, you seem to be in a tight spot, so I figured I'd distract everyone. Nice, huh? Saved your bacon, as the saying goes. You're an evil, evil man, Zin. Okay, sure you did help us out, but you also surprised the hell out of me. Sorry about that. So, what's the story? What story? I would have thought it'd be obvious. The story of you meeting with the Queen. Whoa, wait, what? How did you... Did Elnan tell you something about this? Actually, I couldn't get him to tell me anything. But now I know anyway, don't I? Without prior knowledge, there's no way you could have just guessed. So how much do you really know? I guess it's finally time to show you this. He produced a letter from his pocket and handed it to Estelle and Joshua. What's this? I know this handwriting. Well, don't just stand there, read it. It'll explain a lot. But I think we're going to do that next time on Trails in the Sky, first chapter. See you then.